Hello Heart family and welcome. This is I think video number 4. We're getting a little bit more confident along the way and we're practicing and everything's been going great. The other day I talked about a lot of things about that's been happening. External forces, I think a lot of things have been happening in the world as we may or may not know. So before I did this video, I tried to reflect and I tried to look into some things that I've been thinking about. So today I want to touch on maybe how I got to this point in my journey, and maybe some things that have come to me along the way. So hopefully this helps me as much as it helps you. So I did okay, so I have been studying all sorts of things, all sorts of knowledge for like over 30 years. Anything that's fascinated me, I've just gone to learn. But I've also been on several soft pilgrimages. I haven't done a hardcore one yet. I'm not too bad at being silent. And still was probably more than silent. I am extreme. I usually say to people when I have conversations, because I am so ADD sometimes, when I repeat things back to them from 3 years ago or 3 months ago or whatever, or 3 weeks ago, they look at me really strange, like I remember a particular detail that they've actually told me, whether it's in confidence or whether it's just something general, and they look at me like, wow, you remember that? And I go, man, I talk a lot, but I do listen. And listen and silent are the same letters, just reshuffled. So I'm going to put that on my Facebook. I'm also going to plug a few people that have helped me along the way. So the first soft pilgrimage I did was out of the country, where I actually saved up and went. Now the story was really interesting. I was looking for somebody, another guide, because as you know, as we get through up levels, or whichever you prefer, describe to, but I presume the people that come to my channel and are my friends and connect with me on a soul level will be trying to ascend to some description, walk up the stairs. So, oh yeah, and anyway, I met this gentleman. I would like to use his real name, but I don't know if I should. So let's call him, I don't know, Table, I don't know, Door. I shouldn't say Door because that's my dog's name sometimes. Anyway, I met this gentleman, and for Templar's purposes, he considered himself enlightened and a guru, and I was quite interested, so I started learning about him and learning where he's at. And then he had this like weekend seminar, and if I'm going to learn from you in any way, shape or form, and you're going to be in my life, I try to support you physically, spiritually, financially. I'll share, boast, especially if I really like your stuff, and it actually has helped me because it's all about the healing. So anyway, I was going to go on this pilgrimage, and it's about 2.5 hours away for me to get there. I think it was somewhere near Rainbow Bay. That sounds fabulous too. Anyway, I can't remember who cancelled or what cancelled, but this is before COVID. This is like 8 years ago, right? Anyway, after the second time it cancelled, I thought, you know what? I am not supposed to be there. So let's see where I am actually at, and try and open ourselves more. Anyway, I ended up having a chat to him online, and he told me that he's very interested in this other lady who I actually quite cherish and adore. She might not know that, but even though I have said to occasions, and I have supported her all the other ways that you mentioned, but I try not to be too, like, in your face about it either. So he said he was going to go do this retreat, for better words. And I looked into it, and it was, excellent. I just, like, everything I could want. It wasn't too, like, you could go deep dive and get stuck in the rabbit hole. Or you could just take it on a little bit of a surface level. Anyway, even though I had read the lady's book before I went, I listened to her CDs, I did all sorts of meditation, I tried to open my heart space to let the universe come in and sit. It was very interesting because he was, I don't like to use those words. I'd like to use nicer words. For intents and purpose, he divided and conquered. They tried to divide and conquer the group. He also, according to sources, allegedly stole from the lady that ran the organisation. His plan was to go there, infiltrate her, and take all her knowledge and make his own retreat based on her knowledge, but not give her any credit for it. Which caused this massive divide in the group because we didn't realise what he was doing, and we could see this bit of a tension going, and it was always circling around this one person that claimed, right? Anyway, the biggest thing I learned in that pilgrimage, I think it was 10 days. It might not even been 10 days. I ended up staying 2 weeks in Bali, and I went scuba diving afterwards. But, because I had to be balanced. I taught myself something new. I invested in myself and became a pad-eye diver. Anyway, he now runs, for all temporary purposes, runs a little retreat. I'll try and keep this under 10 minutes because I've got some cards down here too. Anyway, so the two things I learned the most from that retreat was how the original organizer had dealt with the situation. It was truly at peace. I did not see her react once. I know that it hurt and was painful, and it didn't really but I was amazed how peaceful, and we go back to that ineffable character, that solid foundation. It doesn't matter what you do, because it really does matter and how I react. And the moment I react, I'm starting to lower my vibe, right? And that is not healthy for me. So amazing. That was one thing. Still, even after 8 years, I take my hat off to her, because that's what I strive to become. That even keeled. But in saying that as well, I was meditating. I went to stay at a very fancy resort for a couple of days in Nusa Dua, and the resort was next to this temple, which the people at the resort didn't really use. But anyway, I walked off and went to the temple. And while I was there was no one there. I've got photos somewhere. I took a selfie. I remember coming out of that meditation thinking, anybody can be still and silent on top of the mountain. To be truly enlightened and still and comfortable and even killed, it's a true testimony to your character if you can be like that in the most busiest, most intense environments. So, and sometimes I think of people like the Dalai Lama and stuff like that, because I think they go through a lot as well, because I'm sure, you know, him relocating to India hasn't been an easy pilgrimage or journey for him either. Anyway, I digress. So that's a little bit about that. When I was meditating and learning some stuff this morning, the next lesson I think we'll talk about, because time is getting away, is what tarot has taught me. And the other lesson is the true essence of loving yourself. I would like to maybe add on the word loving, to change it to investment, loving investment of self. Yeah, actually add things to your life that help build your character, build your personality, and make you 10 toes down, but also help you inspire to grow and to expand. So when I was talking about investing in myself, the card that came out was the King of Swords. So this is quite a cold card, but very passionate. And the card underneath, Queen of Cups. So that's all that loving energy, right? Look at the duality. Bam, 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 bam. And then we have to take a leap of faith. Look at that. Come on, little cat. Let's go. This way. Where are we going? Into the world. On our horse, full of passion. Sword of truth. That's not the sword. That's an ace. The shield I was thinking about. Buckler. Buckler? Is that a type of shield? Buckler. That's just buckler. Buckler. B-U-K-L-E-R. I have to look. And look at all the hurdles that all face. How many times we're going to be stabbed a Rooney. And we're going to have to reflect. This always reminds me of Star Wars. I know you people think that it might be a bit strange, but it is an episode in Star Wars where he's on the island, and he's been there. Is it Luke Skywalker? Yes, he's on the island. Luke is on the island. And he becomes a hermit at the end. I've read some interesting things about that. Like the director wouldn't let him use the chopper. Take me to the chopper. Wouldn't let him use the chopper because the mountain was really steep and there was all these stairs. I wonder if I can find a picture. And he was like, man, I'm not walking up those stairs every day. And the director was like, man, it's not going to be authentic unless you put one foot in front of the other and walk up those stairs, because we can't fake everything, right? And things do come across when it's fake. Anyway, I digress. So let's check. So we're talking about investing, seeing the world, and becoming the best version of ourselves. I think I've touched on most things that I wanted to touch on today. But tomorrow, if I get a chance, I will talk to you about what tarot has taught me. I just would yeah, I think I should go, because otherwise I'll start talking about other things. And so I'll love you and leave you. This is Tracy signing out. Remember to open up your heart space and spread a little joy in the world, a little more each and every day. All right, ciao. Bye.